Hello everybody, trumpet players. This is Randy Dunn, and this is a quick demonstration and review of the Legends Best model trumpet mouthpiece with the customized O backbore. This is made by Legends Brass. The link to the company will be in the comments below this video. I'll be playing this mouthpiece throughout all of the registers of the trumpet, starting with the lowest, going down to the lowest register, and then coming back up to the middle and high registers, and taking it up into lead trumpet register, and even taking it way up above normal lead trumpet range, all the way up to double high C. And so that'll give you a chance to get an idea of what it sounds like in all of its registers. At the end of this video, I'll be back to give a review about exactly what I think about this mouthpiece in general and a summary of this mouthpiece. Taking up into the upper middle register and up into the high register. Yeah, feels pretty good up there. Play a little bit more for you and then I'll have some more comments. This is a mouthpiece, very easy to play up in the extreme upper register. That was up to double high C. It's also the heavyweight version of this backbore, which I really like. Adds some mass to the throat area, which seems to help intensify the tone more. Maybe darkens the bore a bit, but not as much as as when you add more mass to up to the top of the blank. This is the power blank on the top of this mouthpiece, and it is a two-piece mouthpiece. You can unscrew the top from the backbore section. The Legends Best model trumpet mouthpiece, because of the V-shaped cup on the mouthpiece, kind of reminds me a lot of the mouthpieces that were played by Maynard Ferguson and Bud Brisbois, those type of trumpet players who like that type of a mouthpiece. And I have tried other mouthpieces of that type with the V-shaped cup, which is normally what I don't prefer. I like the standard kind of bowl-shaped, sideways C-shaped cups, like you find on the Bach mouthpieces. The V-shaped cup on this mouthpiece does remind me of those Maynard and Bud Brisbois type trumpet mouthpiece, except this one is a lot more comfortable for me and much easier to play on. The shape of the cup on this mouthpiece does aid in keeping the air going fast and getting it going fast and keeping it that way, which I think does aid in the upper register quite a bit. It seems like it's maybe slightly easier to blow for that reason. I can play just as high on a bowl-shaped or sideways C-shaped cup, but it is, I think the blow is just slightly easier. The other thing I would say about this shape of cup is the V-shaped cup on the mouthpiece seems to give a brighter sound, more of a laser-like sound. And again, similar to the sound you think of when you think of Maynard Ferguson or Bud Brisbois, that type of tone quality. Personally, I prefer the sound that you get with a more bowl-shaped or sideways C-shaped trumpet mouthpiece, and that's my own personal preference because that gives a little bit of what I consider to be a richer trumpet sound with a more of a broader sound. But again, that's my own personal preference. There are great trumpet players that play all kinds of different shaped cups and different mouthpieces of all kinds. Let's talk about the shape of the rim. The rim on the best trumpet mouthpiece from Legends Brass is rather flat and with a little bit of sharpness to it, so it's easy to get a grip on if you like that type of mouthpiece. I think this mouthpiece would appeal to the people who really like the Schilke and Yamaha A-rim mouthpieces, such as the 13A4A or 14A4A or 6A4A. It reminds me a lot of those types of rims, maybe a little bit more comfortable, but similar, very similar feel. So if you like those kind of mouthpieces, you would probably like this one a lot. I played on mouthpieces like that back when I was much younger, when I was in my late teens and early 20s. I played on a 14A4A and used that for playing lead trumpet in big bands, as well as when I played piccolo trumpet, I used that mouthpiece. But somewhere along the line, I decided that the sharper and flatter mouthpieces just didn't work too well for me. And again, this is a personal thing. And I find that I now prefer trumpet mouthpiece rims that are somewhat flat, but not too flat, and that have a fair amount of roundness on the outside rim and the inside rim, that aren't too sharp. That's my own personal preference. The mouthpiece in the Legends Brass catalog that seems to fit that description best for me, and for the size of rim diameter size that I prefer in a trumpet mouthpiece, is the JTCS Charlie Shavers inspired jet tone inspired mouthpiece from Legends Brass. So if you like that type of rim like I do, that's probably what you would prefer also. Of course, Legends also has some narrower rim mouthpieces. I tend to prefer the ones that have the wider rims, more like the Bach W rims. I like the cushion rims. They help with endurance a lot, and they're just very comfortable for me. But some people prefer thinner rims, and Legends does have some mouthpieces with thinner rims. Some people prefer rims that are very rounded, and again, Legends does have some mouthpieces like that. So you can check out their catalog and sort of see what type of mouthpieces, based on your past experiences, you might like best, and it's likely they'll have something there you like. And you may want to think outside the box a little bit when you're looking at the Legends mouthpieces, because some of the mouthpieces that seem maybe a little bit different from what you're used to might actually work well for your purposes. So hope you've enjoyed this review, and I will be reviewing some other Legends mouthpieces on this same site. Take care.